Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Life is a journey, a path filled with challenges, sacrifices, and victories. It is a road that demands courage, perseverance, and an unwavering belief in oneself. Every great success story, whether personal or historical, is built on the foundation of sacrifice. Yet, it is through these sacrifices that we find our true strength and achieve triumph. Think about the athletes who wake up before dawn, pushing their bodies to the limit for a shot at glory. Consider the parents who set aside their own dreams to ensure their children have a better future. Reflect on the visionaries and leaders who face adversity, criticism, and hardship to create a world of progress and innovation. The truth is, success is never handed to us, it is earned through dedication and resilience. Sacrifice may mean giving up time, comfort, or even personal desires, but it is not without reward. Triumph comes not only in the form of achievements, but in the lessons we learn, the strength we gain, and the impact we create. It is in the moments of struggle that we discover who we truly are. History teaches us that the greatest triumphs come from the hardest struggles. Nelson Mandela endured 27 years in prison, yet he emerged as a symbol of peace and unity. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb that revolutionized the world. Their journeys remind us that perseverance through sacrifice leads to extraordinary triumph. Today, I challenge you all to embrace the sacrifices required to reach your goals. Stay committed to your vision, even when the road is tough. Celebrate every small victory along the way, because every step forward is proof that your sacrifices are not in vain. Remember, the journey of sacrifice and triumph is not just about personal success, it is about inspiring others, leaving a legacy, and proving that no dream is beyond reach if we are willing to work for it. Thank you. Wouldn't you? Life is not a straight path, nor is it always easy. It is a complex and unpredictable journey filled with moments of joy, sorrow, success, and failure. Every individual, regardless of background or status, faces troubles along the way. Some challenges come unexpectedly, shaking the very foundation of our confidence, while others arise as obstacles on the path to our dreams. However, what defines us is not the difficulty of the journey, but how we choose to navigate it. Some people allow hardships to break them, while others use adversity as fuel for growth. In every step we take, we are met with decisions that shape our future, whether to give in to the difficulties or to press forward with resilience. Sacrifices are an inevitable part of this journey. We often have to give up things we value, whether it be time, comfort, or even relationships to achieve something greater. A student sacrifices sleep and leisure to pursue excellence in academics. An entrepreneur invests countless hours, facing failures and setbacks, before achieving success. A parent works tirelessly, setting aside personal desires to secure a better future for their children. These sacrifices are not losses, they are investments in a future we believe in. And while the journey may seem long and filled with struggles, there are victories waiting along the way. Triumph does not always come in grand gestures or monumental achievements. Sometimes it is found in small moments, the resilience to stand up after a fall, the strength to keep going when the odds are against us, or the satisfaction of knowing that each challenge we overcome makes us stronger. Ultimately, life is about embracing both the hardships and the victories. It is about understanding that without challenges, there is no growth, and without sacrifice, there is no triumph. Every great success story is written with pages of struggle, perseverance, and unwavering faith in the journey ahead. Success is not something that happens overnight. It is not a matter of luck or a reward that comes easily. Rather, it is the result of countless hours of hard work, unwavering commitment, and the determination to keep moving forward despite the challenges that arise. Many people dream of success, but only those who are truly dedicated, persistent, and resilient achieve it. Dedication is the foundation upon which all great achievements are built. It is the willingness to put in the time and effort necessary to master a skill, develop knowledge, or pursue a goal with unwavering focus. Whether it is an athlete training for a championship, a scientist conducting years of research, or an artist perfecting their craft, dedication requires a level of commitment that goes beyond mere interest. It demands discipline, consistency, and the ability to push forward even when motivation fades. Perseverance is what allows us to keep going when the road becomes difficult. The reality is that every journey towards success is filled with obstacles, failures, disappointments, and moments of doubt. Those who succeed are not the ones who never fail, but rather those who refuse to give up. They understand that setbacks are a part of growth, and instead of seeing them as reasons to quit, they view them as opportunities to learn, improve, and come back stronger. Thomas Edison famously failed thousands of times before successfully inventing the light bulb. His story is a testament to the power of perseverance, the ability to try again and again, no matter how many times we stumble. Resilience is the strength to rise after every fall. Life will test us in ways we never expect. There will be moments when everything seems to fall apart, when the weight of failure feels unbearable, and when the voices of doubt grow louder. But resilience is what allows us to stand firm, to keep believing in ourselves, and to push forward even in the face of adversity. It is the ability to adapt, to bounce back stronger after setbacks, and to maintain the belief that success is still within reach. Together, dedication, perseverance, and resilience form the key ingredients of success. Without them, even the most talented individuals can fall short. But with them, even the most difficult challenges can be overcome. And even the most ambitious dreams can be turned into reality. Sacrifice is an essential part of any meaningful journey. It is the price we pay for growth, success, and fulfillment. No great achievement comes without some form of sacrifice, and those who are willing to give up temporary comfort for long-term gain often find themselves rewarded in ways they never imagined. However, sacrifice is not always easy. It requires making difficult choices, stepping out of our comfort zones, and enduring struggles that test our patience and resilience. One of the most common forms of sacrifice is time. Time is the one resource we can never get back, and choosing to invest it wisely often determines the course of our future. Students sacrifice sleep and leisure to study for exams, knowing that their hard work today will open doors tomorrow. Athletes dedicate countless hours to practice, honing their skills for a moment of victory that may last only a few seconds. Entrepreneurs work long nights, often giving up social events and personal time to build something meaningful. Time spent chasing a dream is never wasted, but it does come with the challenge of prioritizing what truly matters. Beyond time, sacrifice often demands stepping away from comfort. Human nature gravitates toward ease, but growth rarely happens in comfort zones. Those who achieve greatness push themselves beyond what is familiar and convenient. They endure physical exhaustion, mental fatigue, and emotional strain because they understand that progress comes from struggle. A person seeking career growth may have to move away from home, leaving behind family and familiarity. An artist may have to face endless rejection before their work is recognized. Growth comes at a cost, and that cost is often the willingness to embrace discomfort. Sometimes sacrifice means setting aside personal desires for a greater purpose. It might mean putting dreams on hold to support loved ones, choosing responsibility over immediate pleasure, or making decisions that serve a higher goal rather than instant gratification. Parents make sacrifices every day for their children, giving up their own dreams or ambitions to provide a better future for the next generation. Leaders sacrifice personal privacy and ease to carry the burden of guiding others. Every meaningful pursuit comes with choices that require us to give up something in order to gain something greater. While sacrifice may feel painful in the moment, it is rarely in vain. It shapes us, strengthens us, and teaches the value of patience and perseverance. Sacrifice teaches discipline, builds character, and ultimately leads to personal and professional growth. Those who are willing to sacrifice short term pleasures for long term success often find themselves achieving more than they ever thought possible. History is filled with remarkable individuals who faced incredible hardships yet emerge as symbols of perseverance, resilience, and triumph. Their journeys were not easy, nor were their successes handed to them. Instead, they endured failures, sacrifices, and years of struggle before achieving greatness. Their stories serve as powerful reminders that challenges are not roadblocks, but stepping stones toward extraordinary accomplishments. One of the most inspiring examples of perseverance through struggle is Nelson Mandela. For 27 years, he was imprisoned under harsh conditions, enduring isolation, physical hardship, and uncertainty. Many would have given up hope, but Mandela remained steadfast in his belief in justice, equality, and a better future for South Africa. He refused to let his circumstances break his spirit. Instead, he used his time in prison to strengthen his vision and prepare for the change he knew was possible. When he was finally released, he did not seek revenge but instead led a nation toward unity and reconciliation. His struggle was immense, but it was that very struggle that shaped him into a leader capable of changing the world. Similarly, Thomas Edison's journey to success was marked by relentless failure. The famous inventor attempted thousands of experiments before successfully creating the light bulb. Most people would have given up after a few failed attempts, but Edison saw failure not as defeat but as a necessary part of discovery. He famously stated, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His ability to persist, to learn from each mistake, and to keep moving forward ultimately led to one of the most important inventions in human history. Today, the world is illuminated because of his unyielding determination to succeed despite repeated failures. Beyond Mandela and Edison, history is filled with countless figures whose struggles paved the way for their greatness. Abraham Lincoln faced multiple failures in business and politics before becoming one of America's greatest presidents. Helen Keller overcame the challenges of being deaf and blind to become a renowned author and advocate for people with disabilities. Oprah Winfrey faced extreme poverty and rejection before becoming one of the most influential media personalities in the world. The pattern is clear: greatness is not achieved in comfort or ease, but through the ability to endure, learn, and push forward despite overwhelming odds. These historical figures did not simply stumble upon success. Their achievements were the result of unwavering dedication, resilience, and the willingness to endure suffering for a greater purpose. Their struggles became the foundation upon which their legacies were built, proving that even the darkest moments can lead to the brightest triumphs. Success is often measured by achievements, winning an award, reaching a career milestone, or accomplishing a long-held dream. However, true triumph is much deeper than the final outcome. It is not just about the trophy, the title, or the recognition. The real victory lies in the personal growth, wisdom, and inner strength gained along the way. Every challenge faced, every setback endured, and every moment of perseverance shapes a person into someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Many people set ambitious goals for themselves, believing that happiness and fulfillment will come only when they achieve them. While success is rewarding, the process of getting there is just as valuable, if not more so. The long hours of hard work, the failures that force self-reflection, and the lessons learned through trial and error all contribute to the development of character. A person who climbs a mountain does not only celebrate reaching the peak, they also cherish the endurance they built, the mental and physical strength they developed, and the confidence that comes from overcoming obstacles. Struggles have a way of teaching lessons that no textbook or classroom ever could. They reveal weaknesses and push people to improve. They teach patience when things don't go as planned, resilience when failures seem overwhelming, and adaptability when the path forward is uncertain. Many successful individuals look back on their journeys and realize that the hardships they faced were necessary for their growth. They understand that without the lessons learned in difficult times, they would not have been prepared for the success they eventually achieved. Consider someone who starts a business. The financial struggles, the sleepless nights, and the disappointments along the way may seem unbearable in the moment. But through those struggles, they learn discipline, problem-solving skills, and the ability to persevere. Whether the business ultimately succeeds or not, they walk away with invaluable experience, a sharper mind, and a deeper understanding of what it takes to chase a dream. That in itself is a triumph. Even in failure, there is triumph. Not every effort leads to success, but every effort leads to growth. Many of the world's most influential people failed multiple times before they achieved their goals. What set them apart was their ability to see failure as a stepping stone rather than a dead end. The knowledge and strength gained from failure often play a bigger role in future success than any immediate victory ever could. Triumph is not a singular moment, it is a collection of small victories, hard-earned lessons, and the ability to keep moving forward no matter the circumstances. It is found in personal development, in resilience, and in the realization that the journey itself is just as meaningful as the destination. Success is not accidental. It is the result of unwavering commitment, relentless effort, and a willingness to make sacrifices along the way. Those who achieve greatness do so not because they had an easy path, but because they remained devoted to their goals even in the face of adversity. Staying committed to a vision requires discipline, patience, and an ability to endure hardship without losing focus. It is a test of character, willpower, and belief in oneself. Every person who has ever accomplished something remarkable has had to make sacrifices. Whether it is time, relationships, financial security, or personal comfort, sacrifices are necessary to reach new heights. Olympians wake up before dawn, train for hours, and sacrifice social lives and leisure to prepare for a few moments of competition. Entrepreneurs risk their savings, endure years of uncertainty, and work around the clock to turn their ideas into successful businesses. Artists spend countless hours refining their craft, often facing rejection and self-doubt before they gain recognition. These sacrifices are not easy, but they are what separate the dreamers from the achievers. Commitment to a vision also means staying focused despite obstacles and distractions. The road to success is rarely a straight line. It is filled with setbacks, unexpected detours, and moments of doubt. Many people give up when faced with difficulties, but those who stay committed understand that every challenge is part of the process. They do not let temporary failure shake their belief in their vision. Instead, they adjust, learn, and continue moving forward. History has shown that some of the greatest achievements were born from the persistence of individuals who refused to abandon their dreams. Steve Jobs was fired from the very company he helped create, but instead of giving up, he continued innovating and eventually led Apple to become one of the most successful companies in the world. J.K. Rowling faced numerous rejections before her Harry Potter series became a global phenomenon. Their journeys were not easy, but their unwavering commitment to their vision turned obstacles into stepping stones toward success. Moreover, embracing sacrifice and commitment not only leads to personal success but also inspires others. Those who stay true to their goals serve as examples that hard work and persistence pay off. They prove that great things are possible for those who refuse to quit. Their stories become sources of motivation for future generations, showing that no dream is out of reach if one is willing to make the necessary sacrifices. Success does not come from wishing or waiting, it comes from working, sacrificing, and staying committed no matter how tough the journey gets. It is about holding on to a vision with unshakable determination, trusting the process, and knowing that every sacrifice made is a step closer to extraordinary success. Success is not just about personal achievement, it is about the impact one leaves behind. The greatest triumphs are not measured solely by wealth, fame, or titles, but by the lasting influence a person on others and the world around them. True greatness is found in the ability to inspire, to pave the way for future generations, and to create something that outlives an individual's own lifetime. Those who endure struggles, make sacrifices, and achieve success do not just elevate themselves, they become a beacon of hope for those who follow. A powerful legacy is built through perseverance, hard work, and selflessness. Many of history's most influential figures were not only successful in their respective fields, but also left behind a blueprint for others to follow. Martin Luther King Jr. did not just fight for civil rights, he inspired generations to stand against injustice. Malala Yousafzai did not just pursue education for herself, she became a voice for millions of young girls fighting for their right to learn. Their struggles and sacrifices were not just for personal triumph, but for the greater good of society. In everyday life, leaving a legacy does not always mean being a world leader or a historical figure. A teacher who dedicates their life to shaping young minds, a parent who sacrifices for their children's future, an entrepreneur who creates jobs for others, each of these individuals is creating an impact that lasts beyond their own lifetime. Their triumphs are not just their own, but are shared by the many people they influence. The most inspiring stories are those of individuals who refuse to give up despite overwhelming challenges. Their perseverance proves that no obstacle is too great, no dream is too far, and no struggle is without purpose. Their stories fuel the ambitions of others, proving that hard work, sacrifice, and determination can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Just as people look up to past heroes, every individual has the potential to become a role model for someone else. Furthermore, true success is not about personal gain alone, but about lifting others along the way. The most respected leaders, innovators, and pioneers are those who do not just focus on their own advancement, but seek to create opportunities for others. They understand that the journey of sacrifice and triumph is not a solitary path, but one that connects generations. When one person succeeds, they open the door for others to follow in their footsteps. At the heart of every remarkable journey is the desire to make a difference. Those who embrace the struggles, endure the hardships, and achieve great things do not do so just for themselves. They do it to show others that anything is possible, to inspire those who come after them, and to leave behind a story worth remembering. Life's greatest achievements are born from sacrifice, perseverance, and an unbreakable spirit. The journey is rarely easy, but it is through hardships that we discover our true strength. Every sacrifice made, every challenge faced, and every failure endured is a step towards something greater. Triumph is not just about reaching a destination, it is about the lessons learned, the resilience built, and the impact left behind. Those who embrace struggle with determination, who stay committed to their vision, and who rise after every fall are the ones who create lasting legacies. As we walk our own paths, let us remember that success is not measured solely by personal gains, but by the lives we touch and the inspiration we provide. The road may be difficult, but every sacrifice made today paves the way for triumphs of tomorrow. So let us move forward with courage, embracing the journey, knowing that with perseverance and sacrifice, greatness is within reach.